We'll go for a walk down the driveway. There's the bluebird house. Well, one of the three. They always do their first. Get off me, bug. They did their first batch of babies in that one, and then and then now they got their second one right there, and that bluebird house right there. So they're on their focusing on my finger. So now they're in that one. They got 4 eggs in there, and there's another bluebird house over there by the chickens. Last year they went in each house, and they did their last one in that one way over there. So I thought we'd walk a little bit. Let's go over here. Dang, moles are so bad. But yeah, they right there in that one there. We built the little, or he did. He put the little protector thing up to try to help keep stuff out of there. It worked, or it seemed to be. Of course, this is where all the trees got pushed over when we moved here and built the house, and they're all just about rotted down. Little bird haven over here now with all the scrub and stuff, but a big humongous tree, some type of oak. But anyways, so Dogwood, he always leaves those little mayapple things till they get ready to start. They're already starting to die back, and then he mows over them. So, cedar tree. It's kind of like a little park area over here, I guess. There's not much grass and stuff grows over here, of course, but this is the big brush pile where we throw limbs and whatnot over there. So a little wild rose bush over here. It's one of them that just grow wild. It's getting pretty big. Probably won't get as big as they normally do because it doesn't get no sun except for a little dappled sun. But yeah, this is there's our swing. Used to be a different swing there, but I think it was a wood one and it broke, of course. But he reinforced it and then bought this one at Rural King's. Got a bunch of, this one's metal and got a bunch of debris and leaves and stuff, but yeah, I bought it like that. Our swing. And the peach tree over here dropped off a lot of peaches, but still got some hanging. So maybe this year we'll get some peaches. We say that every year. But I think quite a few on there still left, but it was loaded. But I think I guess they do that just to kind of help. Let's see, here's one. Still quite a few on there. It'd be nice to get a couple peaches. Some Georgia peaches. Dogwood was bloomed out real pretty this spring. That's where the delivery truck, when we got our new cow, dummies, got stuck over here because he was top of the truck, hit the power lines right there, so he's afraid that he would snag the power line and backed up, back down, and backed over here, which bad idea. He got stuck and they had to call big old McKenna's up there getting mad. She went inside, call a great big old tow truck. Not $1,000 it costed for that tow truck to come out here. Not on us, of course. They had to pay for it. They might have got in trouble. I don't know. But anyway, so it left a mess. So I tried to clean it up, but they ain't really worried about it. It's not the main part of the yard, so they was sunk down pretty good. So I filled it in with. I just pushed in what was pushed out, and eventually stuff will grow in there. I don't know, we're not really worried about it. Had it been up in the main part of the yard, it'd be a different story, but see a little flower left over here. There's a whole bunch of these flowers that come up over here, but a lot of them get mowed over. It's called skullcap. I seen a picture of it in my book. Maybe I should dig it up and put it in my flower pit. I don't know, probably not. But yeah, he'll mow all this down, just all those little mayaples. They're starting to die back now, and then he mows it down. They're real pretty in the early spring when they first come up over here. No grass, starts to growing. After a while, of course, the grass comes in, and they have big flowers, and the flowers turn into little fruit. Not really fruit, but look like a fruit. Crepe myrtle. Tall. That was red. And there's the tree that's still laying there it's been here a year now. For a bad storm we had last spring. But I think this weekend, neighbor's son gonna help and bring the big chainsaw and cut it up. I think because his dad wants the firewood out of it. So we'll see. We shall see. Not really worried about it. I guess it's a pain probably to mow around, probably. So, yeah, he mowed the field this weekend. It was. But yeah, that's where here's where the tree fell. It busted the concrete. The impact of it just busted it. It's holding. It's fine. It's not. It don't move. So not a lot we can do about it. But it could have been worse though. So a ditch running through here, but yeah, it was pretty tall out here in the field. But he also weed eated the ditch. Don't really call it yard. We call it out here. We call it the field, I guess, because it's kind of like a little field area, I guess. But, so walk down. I won't walk down too far, but the ditch keeps getting deeper and deeper over the years as the wash comes down through here. But all these rocks, the redbud rocks help a lot. I've got them finally where they not too bad up here, but it picks up steam. Of course, the grade goes down. Starts to go downhill. Really breezy today. They don't mow this part as much as the main parts of the yard, but it's like I think the first cut of the year, so it was probably a good knee high over here. But as you can see, I got it washed. I got it fixed where as long as it stays on that side of the driveway, it comes around. You can tell how it's washed and going around the rocks, which is how I done it. Well, he stacked up all these rocks in piles like this. I think they used to be scattered out. Can't really remember now, but yeah, he got up here a good while back and made individual things, and then I off and on come through, especially on the times when we get a lot of hard rains, and I see where the flow is going, and I keep it going around the rocks so it's staying away from this edge so it can, work its way back over there. So far it's working pretty good. You can tell how it's pushed up all the leaves, and it's really washing right there, so it's getting deep down that side so it stays away from this edge, the concrete, and washes down this way. A bunch of leaves and stuff piled up. There's a big rock pile here, but it's really getting carved out through here and still going around. And then there's the culvert right there. There's a culvert, goes across, comes out down there, goes down the hill, down that way. So looks much better. Be wishing for a good breeze like this come about July and August. What's today? May. I don't even know what today is. May. I think the second to last week of May. That's all I can tell you. Yeah, he weed eated with his weed eating apparatus thing he's made. It's got a cutting blade on it and string. I don't know, it's got something on there, but he's done a good job at fixing it to help cut all this. We got, all that's over there is kudzu. You can see all the grass. All this grass comes in. That's all this grass, whatever kind of grass this is. It was all up to the edge of the concrete over there, but then it all comes up, and then as the kudzu grows in, it grows over it. But big old limestone rocks right there. That's a big, like a seat almost. But yeah, he all the way. Still got a lot of mess on the driveway, but I can blow it off now and get some sun, and I'll get the blower and blow it all off to the bottom. He don't do this side. Leaves this side because got all these things right here. It's all on the side there, and then of course there's kudzu down there, but leaves this side because it's too hard. It's more, this stuff's almost like a stick once it gets growed out good. So we kind of leave this side. You might take, cut back parts of it, but that's the main side he keeps and battles with. So, and he done around the mailbox down there too, so a lot of hard work, but he made that weed eating thing, which made it a lot easier. He didn't have to use a mower, bought a used push mower. So, not saying it's easy, but definitely a lot easier than doing a push mower. Cedar tree growing there. Phew. I'll go up this way. Maybe I'll get the backpack blower and not blow it off this afternoon or this evening, today or tomorrow. It's supposed to be more rain chances next week, but we walking up that hill. Very nice day today. Just had some very pleasant nighttime temperatures this week too, which I'll be glad of. Be kind of odd, but for it to tail end of May, but I'll take it. But yeah, pick up some limb over here. Got brush piles all over the place around here. Ooh-wee. So now I can walk over here. Now I can walk the dogs over here. I don't have to worry about, well, I'm not saying I don't have to worry about it, but definitely a lot better than, definitely couldn't take them over here before because I try to keep them on the concrete and in the mowed areas as much as possible, but they like to get up on the edges. But now we can walk over here now. Nice little spot over here. It's funny how I remember how this looked almost 20 years ago. It's just all woods. All woods, and then got the big bulldozer. Did the grading, made the first pass up here, pushing down trees, and it was a mess. It's been a constant work in progress, but I think, this takes time. Time and a lot of sweat equity put in here. Lots of sweat equity. Oh, look, a golf ball. Buried in here. Likes to hit golf balls up there. Another big cedar right there. And that's part of the tree. This tree right here got knocked out last spring, but lost the whole top of it. Well, I think I'm gonna get off here, and I hadn't walked down here. I walk down here pretty much every day, but hadn't done a walkie-talkie video. Get back to putting my corn and filling up my bird feeders and my little handy dandy cart he got me, which I can just put everything I need in my cart and just make one trip around and done. See it sitting up there. So yeah, I tried to make it a little fence row through here with limbs and logs and such, but I didn't quite get dedicated to it over here as much. House is like a island out in the sun come spring and summer. In the wintertime, it does get sun, but of course, it does get all sun, but mostly on that side. Not like it does there in the spring and summer. Got my little cart up there waiting on me. I'll zoom in. I get zoomed back out. Probably might be too far. Can't tell. So anyways, So I shall get off of here, and I shall talk to you again later. Bye bye.